Okay, good.
Welcome to the Mediaverse podcast, another podcast about movies, TV, pop culture, video game stuff. My name's Chris. Joining me as always is Kyle. And today we got a ton of news to talk about. Oscars, a Power Rangers fighting game, a Mortal Kombat fighting game, because there's like 11 of them now, Justice League, Fatal 5, AAA developer shenanigans, and other movie topics. And the main topic today will be a review and discussion about Dragon Ball Super Broly. So let's get into it. What do you want to talk about first, Kyle? We'll start with the news as usual.
Yep, let's start with the Oscar nomination because those are actually pretty interesting upsets. I mean, you and I did see the Best Picture last year in theaters, The Shape of Water, which was out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was like super coincidence that we both saw that movie too.
Yeah. I mean, like, ironically, I told my friend about it. One of my friends was watching. I said, "There's that movie won Best Picture." He's like, "Don't remind me." But anyway, this is kind of showing that the Oscars are really changing, and we have a Netflix movie out of nowhere. I haven't even seen this one yet. I'll probably watch it to understand why. It's called Roma. It's a black and white movie from what I saw. So,
yeah, it looks a little too artsy-fartsy for me, but I mean, it's cool. I guess that Netflix got Academy Award nomination, actually a ton from what I read.
Yeah, usually they get like good television nominations, but this is out of left field.
And the big one is Black Panther got nominated for Best Picture, which is crazy because Black Panther, that's a really, really comic booky movie.
Yes, Wakanda like, forever.
Super comic booky.
Yeah, but it's really funny. Like, I was actually looking into it because when the movie came out, oh my God, there were so many people going to that movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool movie. Like, it's crazy.
It had a cultural impact too.
Yeah, it's crazy that it got nominated for Best Picture. I guess it's like the first one to crack that seal for maybe a comic book movie might one day win Best Picture.
Or at least a nomination.
Yeah, I don't think Black Panther will win Best Picture, but it is pretty cool that it's on that list for the Best Pictures. I mean, maybe it will
funny.
help.
Like, this is like...
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. You kind of cut out technical difficulties.
Yes, the internet. We blame it. But
okay.
Usually, like, when I think of people looking at stuff, they go, superhero movie, shoot! And throw it out like the other way and be like, have anybody seen Black Panther? Or, I don't know.
Well, Oscars, they're all old people that vote on these movies, so...
Yeah, but it's kind
of how it goes.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's kind of good that this is actually happening because, like, people are like, what about Infinity Wars? I'm like, sequels never get nominated. Plus, Infinity War is good, but Black Panther is so much better because it's a standalone movie. You don't even need to know what happened in previous movies or anything.
Well, Infinity War did get nominated for Best Visual Effects.
Oh, yeah, there's no
doubt. I think it probably will win. It should win.
Yeah.
I mean, Thanos looks incredible.
Oh, yeah. Plus, we don't have to worry about
when I first saw him, I was just like, did they hire like a real purple alien to play Thanos? That's crazy.
Oh, man. Yeah, no.
I guess like the only thing with the Oscars that's kind of noteworthy as a snub is Best Documentary. They did not nominate Won't You Be My Neighbor, the Mr. Rogers documentary.
God.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see that.
It will change you. Like, I'm not even lying. It will change you. You will want to be a better person if you watch it.
All right, I'll take a look. Although we are getting a Tom Hanks one, though, now.
Yeah, but that's like a movie. This is
that's a movie.
About the real guy.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, we're also getting that, too, later down the line after the documentary.
But I guess let's keep it moving. We'll go to the fighting games. Mortal Kombat 11.
Yep.
Did you play Mortal Kombat 10?
I have Mortal Kombat XL, so I have played it. It's fun. It's running on Unreal Engine 3, but this one's running on Unreal Engine 4 now.
Cool. Can you answer my questions then? Question 1. Why is Raiden evil, and why is his lightning red? What happened? Because I played 9, didn't play 10. So I'm like, what happened?
I'm still at the beginning. I'm still like halfway through that game. I really don't know what hell happened, but I should start playing that before I start going in the Mortal Kombat 11 because I'm a little curious now.
It looks cool. I mean, I've always been more a Street Fighter than Mortal Kombat. I enjoy them, but I'm excited about 11, but I am curious about why is Raiden evil.
Yeah, same here. And plus, like, and this is just out of nowhere. I mean, Ruby Rose is Sonya Blade in this game. She did like everything, including the mocapping.
That's crazy. Like, do they change up the voice actors normally for the Mortal Kombat games?
Not as often. Like, I mean, when Mortal Kombat, I think 4 or 3 came out, they actually got the original actress from the original Mortal Kombat movie to play her in the game.
Oh, really? That's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was looking into it when I saw an article and people were like, "Wait, what?" When they found out Sonya Blade was, you know,
I read something too about this game that I don't know is true.
Ruby Roundhouse. I got those actresses mixed up because they both have.
Okay.
No, I get them all mixed up. So it's the mixed martial artist fighter turned wrestler.
Ronda Rousey.
Robert Rousey. God dang it!
Good job, Kyle.
I'm gonna go commit seppuku now. I should
okay, so you're saying Ronda Rousey is playing Sonya Blade?
Yeah, she's doing all the physical stuff for that game.
I have a question then. With Mortal Kombat 10, I thought Mortal Kombat 10 was like further in the future. Like you were like Johnny Cage's and Sonya Blade's daughter.
Yeah, you are.
So does this game have like time travel, or is it like Sonya Blade's older? Because she doesn't look that old in the trailer.
I think there can be time travel, and I think there can be time travel involved.
Okay, so time travel again, because Mortal Kombat 9 kind of had time travel.
Well, 9 was kind of like their soft reboot. So.
Well, yeah, because everybody was dead.
Yeah, and they're like,
I guess whoever got the game was like, all right, I want to put Liu Kang in it. Oh, you can't. He's a zombie. What? Why? It's like, well, you see, we killed him in what was it, Deadly Alliance, or was it Deception?
Apocalypse. No, it's Armageddon.
It was Armageddon. Okay.
Yeah, they put every fighter in that one. They were like, okay, we're going to end our series by killing everybody, and then we're going to introduce the next generation. And then Warner Brothers bought him, like, okay, we're going to make another game. Wait, what? Are you that dumb?
Yeah, but
they're gonna start the next generation off fresh.
It's crazy. And another fighting game coming out, which you're excited about, and I'm curious about, Power Rangers. Battle for the
Power
Grid.
Rangers Battle for the Grids. Yeah, that looks really good. It reminds me of Marvel vs. Capcom. A lot of people are like, is this a mobile game? Is this a mobile game coming on the console and you're making us pay for it? And developers actually answered everyone's question saying, no, this is a game that was built from the ground up for consoles.
I just saw the one trailer for it.
There's only one trailer.
Kind of looked cool. Jason David Frank was at the very end, which was fun.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's doing the voice of Green Ranger and everything.
You can't have a Power game without
yeah.
You can't.
I'm sure I'll play this one, see what it's like. I don't think it's gonna be that great, to be perfectly honest. I think it's gonna be fun. It's okay, this is fine.
It's gonna be.
I don't really. Yeah, I don't really see myself being oh my god, this is the next Tekken 7 or something like that. But I'm this looks fun. Play it, with friends and stuff. Mess around, being the Power Rangers and whatever.
Yeah, this is actually, and Hasbro is really trying to get into the esports with this game too. So I was like, that's
Wow, really?
interesting.
They're trying to do esports with this game?
Yeah, they're like talking about like they want to expand. They really want to broaden the brand itself.
Hmm.
Ironically, apparently this one Power Rangers YouTuber got a YouTube advisor and pretty much just said, "Ditch everything Power Rangers. Power Rangers is a dead brand."
Huh.
And I'm just like, it's not really. I mean, we just had a lot of great books and everything. And Hasbro is right now expanding the brand. And this is their first step towards expanding it besides just television shows and toys.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of 5-year-olds and you that like Power Rangers. Ha, just kidding.
Well, there are some good shows that actually have like teenage tones like Time Force.
Well, I know the comic books are more for like the
Oh
people
yeah.
that grew up watching the Power Rangers. That's
Uh,
kind of what's been keeping it alive. Besides, for like the show is, it seems
oh
like the
yeah.
show is never off the air. Honestly, like they've
It's
always
it
been on the air in some way. It almost seems like.
Yeah, like I have a few of the comic book. Like I have one of the comic books, which is Solar Dragon, which is collaborated by Jason David Frank, and it's such a good comic. It's pretty much what happens when you put Tommy in Taken.
Right.
So
Because he's like looking for a son or something.
yeah, and then the Shattered Grid event was really good actually. So like I said, yeah, I got into so many different topics on this, but still, the Power Rangers fighting game. The point of this is that it's a step for Hasbro, who bought the license last year. You know.
Yeah, I wish it almost looked a little more like cell shaded. It seems kind of like, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like the game does, I can see why people say it looks like a mobile game because it kind of
Yeah,
does have those like softer mobile game graphics. I've
yeah,
seen
it
in a
definitely
lot of
does.
things. But you know, if it plays good, I mean, it doesn't matter what the game looks like. You know, if it plays
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
like I
that's what I keep saying. That's what I always tell people too.
yeah,
Like
we'll see what this is like.
plus
Um,
plus like the comic book, they have really good stories. So like if the story's good too, like that's what really matters.
when it comes to fighting games for me, I don't really care about like story. I just want like a cool roster and like a very like, you know, like a decent tiered arcade mode, like maybe like 7 or 10 fights so I can try
Yeah.
out each character in arcade mode. Maybe
Yeah.
get like a cool little intro and then like ending for each character, but I don't need like anything in between for the arcade modes.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that's
But
like yeah.
definitely play this.
Yeah, same here, not because I love Power Rangers, but it's also because like it looks interesting as a game. So I wonder what Hasbro can do more with the brand since they're actually doing a game on a console for the first time.
Yeah, I think I will probably get this probably before Mortal Kombat 11, just because the price point is so low that
Yeah,
I'm
it
like,
is. Even
Mortal
the
Kombat 11 is going to have a shit ton of DLC. They're going to probably release Mortal Kombat 11 like deluxe edition eventually.
yeah,
So,
don't forget to pre-order it, or you'll get that Bat in the Sun Green Ranger.
and probably a PlayStation Network theme.
Probably. Who knows?
Anyway, let's move on with our stories here.
Yeah,
So we got two
Bumblebee.
quick fire movie stories.
Yep.
Bumblebee getting a sequel, and Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Gay Wizard Hitler is not getting number 3, or it is postponed.
It's
Care to
delayed.
elaborate? It's
That one's
delayed.
it's been delayed. They're trying like apparently I think it's probably scheduling or something, or Warner Brothers just wants to make sure they got the best production possible to be good because after the reviews they got, which it wasn't really a bad movie. I can understand why there's some nitpicks, but I'm not going to go into it. But there are going to be some things they need to like after being nitpicked. They're going to have to evaluate some of this stuff.
Warner
And
Brothers is a little too reactionary sometimes when it comes to like movie reviews, but I do know, I haven't seen Fantastic Beasts. I do know the original author of Harry Potter wrote these movies, and some friends of mine have been saying like she might be a good novelist, but she's not necessarily a good like screenplay writer. That they probably should have had somebody help her with the screenplay, because they said like it feels kind of weird sometimes, the movies.
Yeah,
but I haven't seen them, so I'm just going off of what some of my friends have said about
a
them.
lot a lot of people are saying like a lot of people are saying that like, oh, she shouldn't be writing the Harry Potter world. That's I'm like, that's kind of like saying Toriyama shouldn't be writing Dragon Ball Super, and he just gives that a blueprint. That's it. She's actually writing it and trying to make canon and like stories. You know what I mean? Plus, the biggest problem that it's a prequel as well, so you got to make sure everything makes sense.
Yeah, it's definitely harder to go back for a story than just like continuing forward. I kind of prefer like most stories to go forward. Although the movie we will be talking about is sort of a prequel and a sequel at the same time. But
Yeah, Bumblebee 2. That's actually that's actually in development right now.
So I've only seen the first Transformers. It was okay.
I
You
was
were
with you
with
for
me.
that.
We
Yep.
saw it. We back when we were young and full of hope.
And dumb.
Yes. And I saw it. And you remember what I said to you at McDonald's drive-thru. I
Yep.
like this movie. I hope they don't make a sequel. We are
Yeah.
6 movies later. I heard Bumblebee is good. I have not seen any of the other Transformers movies, though.
All you gotta know is nothing makes sense. Like they say in the Bumblebee, I feel like Bumblebee is a reboot for one reason. They say, "Oh, this is Bumblebee's first time on Earth." Really? Huh? So explain the Transformers the last night how he's a World War II vet.
Wait, Transformers fought in World War II?
Yes, Bumblebee was in World War II.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what? Like, were the Decepticons like turning into planes and doing like the Blitz over London? And
No, they
it
were trying
sounds
to.
nuts. Why
No,
do people hate those movies then?
they were going after Merlin's staff. Yes, Merlin's staff was the MacGuffin for this movie.
Okay,
And
moving on.
yes, you see what I mean. But the good thing, but the point is, Bumblebee was actually a good movie because it actually had a heart in there and actually focused on the human and Autobots together. Not let's focus on the humans more, not the Autobots. Even though this is, but I feel like we need both. But anyway, moving
Right.
on.
Moving on. New DC Universe movie, Justice League and the Fatal Five, which is done in the Bruce Timm art style, which, the older I get, the more I love that art style for some reason. When I was a kid, I was kind of like after seeing anime, I was kind of like, oh man, why don't they draw like Batman and Superman like anime style? But now I'm like, I kind of like the more simpler designs. Like they look really good.
No, I love the Bruce Timm style because like no one has done that style. Like everything seems so like super square these days. Like I just see all these cartoons, they're just not as drawn as they used to be. I mean,
Yeah,
some of them are
DC's
still pretty good stories.
DC's the only company making action cartoons, like American action cartoons,
Yeah.
Because, they have Young Justice and their movies that they release periodically, like Reign of Superman is coming out. Well, it's already out digitally, but it's coming out, the physical media if you're an old person like me.
And DC Universe streaming too on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, true. So,
yeah. Which I'm going to watch.
I'm really excited about Justice League and the Fatal Five. This is the Legion of Superheroes, which I'm not super familiar with them, but I did watch that cartoon back in the day.
Superboy X.
Yes, that was awesome, Superboy X.
Yeah,
but
no, that's how you make everyone remember.
Yeah, but this looks cool. Like really cool Miss Martian and Batman having a fun interaction that I really liked.
We're getting the first Earth female Green Lantern, Jessica Cruz, which I'm kind of glad they didn't do her full origin story. They just made it very simple because I don't think people would grasp the concept of how she got the Green Lantern ring at first. Like she had a ring
Yeah,
before
she's
that.
like from like another universe or something.
No. She's from this universe, but the ring is from another universe, which has its own backstory and everything. It's you
That's
see what I
right.
mean?
She was Power Ring, but then
Yeah,
became Green Lantern. Okay.
yeah. You
Yeah.
see what I mean? Convoluted. But she also has anxiety, which is actually interesting. So
Yeah. So
same with
this Justice League is, the big three:
yep,
Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and then Mr. Terrific, Miss Martian, and Green Lantern.
yep.
So
And we got Kevin Conroy back.
yeah,
And new
all
and
three of them from the
yeah,
Justice League cartoon,
yeah,
actually.
which I was like, you already took my money. Here's a
Yeah.
check. Like nobody
This is
that
definitely a must buy, and I'm
yes,
surprised because I thought before they revealed what this looks like, I thought this was going to be another like movie in their weird continuity, but it seems like
they're
they're
doing
kind of
something
getting
else.
away from that.
They're kind of are. They're doing two movies outside of it and one animated movie or two originals. You know what I mean? Like they're probably doing like two originals. Like after this, we're gonna have Batman Hush, which I don't know yet if it's gonna be in that universe.
I
But I
could
do,
see it being in the universe just because Death of Superman and Reign of Superman was.
yeah. But the next one that they're building up for another Justice League movie is going to be Justice League Dark Side Wars. So they've teased that near the end. Spoiler alert. Sorry, I should have said that. But
It's interesting. Well, we'll have to talk more once we see Reign of Superman because I have some theories about where it could go after Reign of Superman, but I actually have to see the movie first.
yeah,
So
well, I'll be able to watch it on DC Universe. You'll be able to watch it on DC Universe, or just buy the Blu-ray.
yeah,
Support your physical media if you
okay,
can.
and yeah, and next thing is something you wanted to talk about.
Oh
EA's
no,
being a bad.
oh no. We got one more. We got one more thing. We got Young Justice Cyborg going to be coming in on Friday.
Oh yeah, right. Cyborg's happening.
Yeah.
He looks cool.
Yep. He
He's
looks good.
he's got a metal hoodie or something. He's got some Tron lines happening.
Yeah,
He
he is.
was his father was name dropped in the last batch of episodes.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll discuss more Young Justice once we see it all.
Yep.
But
We'll be 4 episodes in, so I think that might be topic for next week.
maybe we'll
Yeah.
see.
That's why I
And
said might
now
be.
our next topic, EA Anthem demo. I don't know what I
Yeah.
wrote here.
Pretty much EA's lowering the difficulty of the game, so it's easier for reviewers to play it. And then they're going to patch everything back. They're going to spike up the pretty much spiking up the difficulty and being like, oh yeah, and then putting monetization later. It's been a new
Right, so
thing.
they're kind of doing what the Activision did, where they released Call of Duty Black Ops 4 with no loot boxes, and then like a month later, they were like, "Here's the loot boxes."
Or the microtransactions. But
Yeah,
like it's getting kind of ridiculous because they're now being sneaky about it, and no game reviewer is now going to go back and review it. Because if and they're being honest about it, I'm like, you shouldn't even review. To me, it's like now you shouldn't review the game now.
yeah,
You should
because it's
review the
not the
game
version
later.
of the game the public is gonna get.
Yeah, but they're like, well, it's still going to be fun. No, they just dropped the ball on it. I mean, it's nice that you're being honest, but now it's like you're making yourself look bad.
Yeah, this is
Like,
BioWare for EA,
yep,
which a lot of people are saying that
this is a
EA is gonna probably like after Anthem probably fails, which
they're
we
going to
don't
eat
know
them
for
up,
sure. They're gonna get
eat
rid of
them.
BioWare. Yeah,
Yep. I mean,
sucks.
it just sucks because that company, BioWare, meant so much back in the day. Like they made great stories. They made like the best known ones are pretty much Knights of the Old Republic and the Mass Effect series and
Yeah,
Jade Empires. Like those were such good games. And EA's like, if you don't do well, you got to make games as a service. And now they're using like this whole like games as a service plus games as a I'm trying to think of the best way. Make a games as a service, make us $1 billion. Or actually,
well, they want recurring revenue from their games. That's why
yeah,
they're going towards the games as a service online model.
Yeah.
Plus, they're like, but it's weird because for like a game to be successful online, it's got to be fun and it's got to keep like the players there. But it seems like their thinking is like, we're going to drain as much money out of the players as fast as we can.
Yeah. And I hate sounding like a broken record, but Warframe still is the best free-to-play microtransaction game with microtransaction you'll ever play. It's fair. You could literally get everything in that game, even if you get the grind for it. It is still fair, and I'm still surprised that companies have not learned that yet.
Yeah.
Like, and it's funny because I'm seeing Warframe, like every one of YouTuber I look at, they're talking about Warframe now.
Maybe I gotta try Warframe out.
Yeah, it's a fun game. It is. Like you're cyborg ninja. Oh,
sounds pretty dope.
By the way, you want to hear a theory? You want to hear a hilarious saying that EA said to Visceral Game before they got closed?
What's that?
They said FIFA Ultimate Team makes $1 billion a year. Where's yours?
Oh man.
Yeah. So I get they're trying to please investors, but that's not. But you need to please the people that are populating your little MMO-like world, because if there's no people, then there isn't. And plus, they can only take place so many MMO-like games they can take.
Yeah, seriously, those games are long. Like, they want you to keep playing them. Yeah, it's tough to sustain a player base for any online game.
Yeah. Plus, with Star Wars, speaking of EA, they're also not really caring about the Star Wars license.
I mean, they've mismanaged that license. We talked about it last week, how they've canceled now 2 games.
Yeah. Well, no, I've looked into more information about it now, so it seems like it was inherited. It was brought to the previous CEO bought it, and the other one was like, I don't like this. Which I get. He wants to focus on his IUPs, so, but still, hopefully, like you said before, like your little tinfoil hat said, maybe Sony might go buy the Star Wars license.
Nobody knows about my tinfoil hat theory, so I guess I will talk about my tinfoil hat theory since Kyle has brought this up. My theory is, after Marvel Spider-Man did really well, because Marvel went to Sony and was just like, hey, we want you to make a game the way you would make like one of your first party games. And they're like, well, we'll make it, but it has to be exclusive to PlayStation. And they were like, okay, cool. And they made Marvel Spider-Man. So my tinfoil hat theory is Marvel, Disney, and Sony, they're kind of getting close lately, you know? They have that deal with Spider-Man. He's in the MCU. And Sony still gets to make movies out of like classic characters like Morpheus the Vampire that we all love. But anyway,
I mean, we love
jokes aside. Jokes aside, I mean, Venom, a fantastic movie that we both agree on, right, Kyle?
That movie,
it's fantastic. I know.
It's like under okay for me. Like I understand why some people like it. I can understand. I'm not gonna like hit people on their fan. You know what I mean?
Anyway, my tinfoil hat theory is this. What if Disney and LucasArts get so fed up with EA that they are like, okay, we need somebody to actually make good video games for Star Wars. And they do the same thing they did with Marvel Spider-Man. It was just like, Sony, we want you to make a really good game out of Star Wars. And they're like, okay, cool, but it can only be on PlayStation. Is that okay? And they're like, fine. Because I feel Sony could make deals with Disney to get licenses for exclusive games out of like Star Wars and, you know, even more Marvel stuff, which could definitely give them even more of a boost when it comes to first party games. Like right now they're kind of the top dog, Although, you know, you never know. Maybe Microsoft might wise up to this and might try to make some deals too.
Yeah. I mean, Marvel right now is talking to other developers right now about, hey, could you make a Marvel game for us? And so far, Sony has made a great one, and we also have a Nintendo Switch exclusive, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
Yeah, that's so weird that has nothing to do with Activision too, right?
Yeah, I was about to mention. I was like, how did that happen? So,
Yeah.
so, and that's being made by Toei Tecmo Ninja Theory.
Which
So,
means it could be pretty good, although Dynasty Warriors 9 was kind of they went in a weird direction, but if they do what they know, I would definitely play that game.
yeah,
I
definitely.
just need to get a Switch.
Oh, I have one. Maybe
But anyway,
maybe I'll have multiplayer we can play together.
with those little baby controllers, I hate.
Don't worry, you know I have a wired controller.
I know.
So you don't have to worry about the baby controller, how your other friend does it. Like,
yeah.
how you meant to play the Switch, only if it's in handheld mode.
But anyway, tinfoil hat conspiracy theories aside now.
Yep.
That's actually meaningless. If anybody's actually watching this, that's not really a thing that Sony's going to do. It's just a thing that I think they could do.
Yeah, it's just a theory. And no, I'm not going to install pun here.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Anyway, let's get to the main topic of today's podcast.
The meat of the meat.
We both saw Dragon Ball Super Broly, and only one of us got a mini poster because they're cool.
Or the other one.
I saw it twice. I saw it twice in one weekend. So I guess first we'll talk about the movie. Generally, no spoilers, and then we'll talk about spoilers.
Yes.
So
we'll probably put a thing like insert spoiler alert here when we get to that.
So anyway, Kyle, what did you think Dragon Ball Super Broly was about?
I pretty much just think it was about three manly men fighting off a brute, and it was amazing.
Okay, short version of this movie. If you're a fan of Dragon Ball, even if you were a fan of Dragon Ball Z back in the day and you haven't watched it in a long time, this movie is amazing. It's everything you want from a Dragon Ball movie, and you'll be smiling the whole way watching this movie. It's probably the best Dragon Ball media ever made, I think. It's like the single best piece of Dragon Ball media ever produced. I think it's really that good.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Like, they did things from they set it up Broly's new background story, which made more sense. Pretty
much a definitive origin for the Saiyans now.
Yep. And also we got to talk about this one thing that was really amazing. Because this had a very limited release, and it made it was number 3 on Sunday, and now it dropped to number 4. It was in the top 5 best movies of this week. Think about that. Yeah, think about that.
Yeah, it made $9.8 million in the 4-day weekend.
Yeah,
which is huge because this movie was only playing at not even half the amount of screens that the other movies were playing on. It was playing on like 1,200 screens, where like the other movies like Glass, Aquaman, Spider-Verse, all these other movies, at least 3,000 screens.
Yeah.
And this movie, like everybody that likes Dragon Ball came out to see it.
Yeah, like literally the theater that we went to was literally sold out except for one seat, and that was it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Even when I went to go see it again on Sunday night, the theater I was in was pretty much packed too.
Yeah, it would, and like I said, it was just like, because like one of my friends like Broly's too overhyped. It wasn't because of the overhype. It was just because of the fandom and everything.
Yeah, but movie's really good. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, if you can, try to see this in the theater. It's definitely worth it.
Definitely, definitely worth
What?
seeing in theater because like it's canon too. It's the first Dragon Ball Z movie to actually be canon.
Well,
So
don't forget Battle of Gods and Revival of F were canon until Dragon Ball Super
yeah, that kind
happened.
of got punched in the gut. Hopefully they don't go, hey, let's redo Broly while we're waiting while we're waiting for Toyotaro to do the finish up the first arc. And I'm like, don't do that. You just had a whole movie.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. Like, I hope when Dragon Ball Super comes out, like with new episodes, it's either a brand new series picking up from where this movie leaves off,
Yeah.
or, you know, Super comes back and then they just do previously on Dragon Ball Super and just like recap the movie like that.
Yeah.
But so go see it. Now we're gonna talk spoilers.
Oh yeah.
Because holy shit, man, this movie is insane from start to finish.
Yep.
And probably, I would say almost more than half of this movie is a giant fight scene.
It is. Like it first starts off with the whole like origins of the Saiyans. They pretty much just took Dragon Ball minus and pretty much made that canon.
Yeah, but it also goes into the origin of Vegeta as a baby
Yep.
and Broly, which Broly
Yep.
is actually the same age as Vegeta,
Yep.
which
That
is
was a difference.
interesting.
That's a change from the original because he was supposed to be the same age as Goku.
Yeah, so he's the same age as Vegeta. You know, King Vegeta sees Broly. He's just like, this baby can't be stronger than my son. So sends him to like this like crazy harsh planet,
Pretty
and
much no intelligent life.
yeah, pretty much his father goes after him because, you know, he's just like, my son, you just sent my son to go die, and they get stranded on this harsh planet.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh
do
yeah.
see, then you see the Dragon Ball minus stuff with Bardock, Goku's mom, Gine,
And
and pretty much,
more proof that Goku is Superman.
yeah, I was going to say pretty much a more Superman-fied origin of Goku again, where Bardock and Gine actually sent him to Earth on purpose.
What's
Like, they
next?
even say, like, this is a planet that is underdeveloped and the people have low power levels, so he'll do well here.
Who knows? We might see Bardock become a scientist later, like in his background before he became a warrior.
I mean, he seemed kind of smart, this version.
Oh yeah,
Like,
definitely.
he was like the only Saiyan that was like kind of like, something's up, because like Frieza had all the Saiyans come back to planet Vegeta, and like he's like, I think he's gonna destroy us all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we also get to see a Frieza origin too. At least Frieza taking over the Cold Force from his father, and King Cole being like, my son is harsher than me.
Yes. It's just like, hello there, monkeys. I was like, oh my god.
But anyway, I guess further, I mean, man, we're just explaining like the whole movie. But
pretty much just the story part of it.
Yeah, from there, you know, you go back to present day Earth. Goku and Vegeta are training. You see Vegeta's little daughter with Bulma. Beerus and Whis are there because, of course, they're there because there's cakes to be eaten.
Yep. Well, and don't forget when they find out, like, oh, Frieza's men just took the Dragon Balls out of nowhere.
For, like, the best reason. It really goes full circle back to Dragon Ball. Frieza stole the Dragon Balls because he wants to make himself 5 centimeters taller. Just because if he does more, people would expect something, but he just wants to be a little bit taller so people still think he might be growing. Still good.
Yeah. But oh no, the best part is, why don't you go to your other forms? No, I just want to be in my final form.
He's like, I want to be taller in my final form, in my golden form.
Oh my god.
One of Frieza's henchmen, his name is Berry Blue, which is pretty funny.
Oh, and don't forget Bulma's reason.
Oh yeah, Bulma wanted the Dragon Balls to make herself younger.
Yeah.
But only 5 years younger.
But what about 10 years younger? It'll be a complete difference. What are your secrets? You look 10 years younger. Yeah, I memorized that whole stupid line just from watching it once.
Yeah.
Oh my
Anyway,
god.
we
Fight.
finally get to see Brawly. It's all grown up. He's on this harsh planet. There are two Frieza soldiers just looking around the
Yep.
universe trying to find any strong warriors.
Oh,
Um,
they found strong warriors, all right.
what's the name of them again? I think the girl's name is Chila, and I forgot what the name of the old guy is that find Brawly and
I
Pagrace.
I forgot their names pretty much, but
I'm pretty sure the girl's name is Chila, but I can't remember what the other guy's name is. It's like Lemore or something.
prob- probably
Something like that. Anyway, these
probably.
two Frieza soldiers find Brawly. They rescue Pagras and Brawly from this planet. You get to see Brawly, and he's pretty hilarious because he's pretty much like a wild man. He's never
Yeah.
seen like anything but this harsh planet. So the one girl's eating a candy bar, and he's like literally all up in her business trying to eat the candy bar.
Yeah. You also, but at least he's more intelligent than like other Broly when he's actually like fully muscular and everything.
Yeah, they have the control bracelet, but it's not really a control bracelet. It's mainly like
It's
if
a
Broly
shock
goes out of
collar.
control, he gets shocked like a dog.
Yeah. Which I probably
Anyway,
don't blame Paragus for that.
yeah, Frieza meets Paragus and Broly. Frieza's just like, okay, I have a fun idea. I'm gonna take these guys to Earth and have them fight those monkeys I hate.
Oh, the
Pretty
monkey.
much, pretty much, Paragus is an asshole to Brawly. The one girl ends up stealing the remote for Brawly's shot collar and smashes it.
Yep.
Brawly tells a pretty sad story about when he's a kid that you're like, oh man, this is tough, man, growing up on
Yeah.
this crazy planet.
Yeah, and he befriended a large animal.
Yeah, he made a friend with an animal. His father didn't like that, shot the animal's
Got his
ear
ear
off.
off.
That's why Brawly has that fur on him now, because
Yep.
that's from his pet that
Yeah.
Pagras shot its ear off.
It looks cool on him. I'll admit that.
Yeah, I like it. He's kind of like kind of has like a barbarian look to him with that fur.
Plus, knowing there's a background for it, it makes him feel like he's not just a animal.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like he had feelings, which is cool.
yeah. So
Yep.
anyway, they go to Earth, and then the fight happens, and
It just happens.
it's nuts. Like the animation is crazy.
Sometimes
Like
I
you
feel
see
like
like
I'm
Vegeta
just
fight him first, and like he's pulling out like so many like crazy moves.
yep.
For some reason, he briefly turns green before going into Super Saiyan form, which is like
Yep.
really weird.
Also, Vegeta does a major thing that no one ever thought would happen, although the magazine spoiled it, but still, it's still cool to see that. Super Saiyan God Vegeta. We finally get to see that in animation form for the first time.
Yeah, one thing that's really cool too is when they go into the Super Saiyan God mode, they kind of like absorb all of like the energy from Super Saiyan inside of them, so they don't have the yellow like aura around them, and then they just turn into the red form,
Yeah.
which is really cool to see.
Oh yeah. No, it looks really amazing. Like I said, it's pretty much like Vegeta does all these like really cool things, especially when he's in God mode. Like,
I mean, even when he's not in God mode, when he first starts fighting Brawly, he like they're just like fist fighting, and Vegeta does like an awesome like kind of like leg sweep kick thing like too while they're fighting,
yeah,
and then they go into he goes into God mode. Brawly seems to be just getting stronger as they fight him. For whatever reason, Goku, immediately Vegeta fights Brawly for a little bit, but then Goku steps in
you
and
know the
starts
logic.
fighting Brawly.
You know the logic. You just send one person in, and then all of a sudden, Vegeta's pretty much like the second person. And this is a Superman thing. Then you send Superman in to take on the rest.
Yeah. Well, like Goku starts fighting Brawly, and Goku actually does like a new move that I actually looked up. It's called the God Bind.
Oh yeah,
He actually does this thing where he like
God.
Yeah, he freezes Brawly, and he's like telling him like, "Hey, listen, you've fought enough. Like, you got to calm down because while the fight's happening, Pagaris is like, okay, like even though Pagaris is an asshole, he's like, I don't want to see my son get killed, so I'm gonna give him a shock. Oh shit, my remote's gone. And like Frieza and Pagaris are just watching it, and Broly's just like going nuts now.
Yeah, because he gets knocked out by Goku. Goku was trying to Goku him though.
Yeah. So pretty much fight progresses. Goku and Vegeta have to fight him together, which is pretty cool. We get a Kamehameha, Gallic Gun together.
Combined attack, which is very rare. That's very rare to see them do that together. Actually, if I remember correctly.
But actually, we forgot one thing. Before they start fighting him together, Frieza kills Pagaris and then goes, "Oh my god, a stray energy blast killed your father, Broly." And then Broly goes nuts, finally turns Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
Goku and Vegeta like team up to fight him.
Don't forget they do like a reference pose to Goku's first time going Super Saiyan when he goes Super Saiyan Blue before Broly goes Super Saiyan himself.
You're right.
Which I was like, that gave me some Planet Namek vibes. And
we did get a flash of Ultra Instinct.
Oh yeah,
briefly when he went Super Saiyan Blue, but he didn't go Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, I was like, when we got out of the theater, I was like, it was just me, or did you see him go Ultra Instinct for a moment?
Yeah.
Like that's probably like a hint of things to come. These new colors that are popping up.
Yeah, but they're fighting Broly. Vegeta and Goku can't survive him, and then they do the funniest thing because during the fight, there's a thing where Goku talks to Piccolo like, telepathically, and he's like, Piccolo, stay where you are because I'm gonna like instant transmission out of here if things get too tough. So Goku grabs Vegeta and then literally flies towards Frieza. Just goes, "Your turn, Frieza." Frieza's like, "What?" Oh, no! And then instant transmission's out there. So then you get to see Broly just beating on Frieza for a while.
You know what I actually realized though, how long he was getting beaten up for?
Well, technically because Piccolo and Goku are teaching Vegeta how to do the fusion dance.
Yes.
Because Goku's like, the only way we're going to beat him is if we fuse.
Yeah.
So, Frieza's getting beat up by Broly for at least an hour and a half.
Oh, no. It's more than that because I remembered something. I went back and looked up stuff about the fusion technique. And this is like also early Dragon Ball Z. Apparently, to refuse, it takes about an hour. So, since they did it twice, with 2 half an hour, Frieza was getting wailed for 3 hours straight.
Right, because the technique lasts for 30 minutes, but then you can't do it for another 30 minutes.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like an hour, apparently, from what I heard, but I might be wrong. So
yeah, because, Piccolo kept saying, we'll try again in 30 minutes.
Yeah, to practice it so they can do it.
With the logic of the movie, Frieza's at least getting beat up on for an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We get to see the fat Gogeta, the skinny Gogeta,
and the arrogant Gogeta.
The new Gogeta, which is pretty awesome.
Yes, we gotta think of a cool name. I was just
he does all the moves you want Gogeta to do. Like he even does that like spirit orb thing from like the video game and Fusion Rebirth.
Oh yeah, Soul Punisher.
Yeah. And
I still remember that.
But anyway, Gogeta, it's funny because like Broly's pretty strong, but I think Gogeta was kind of in control of that fight the whole time.
Oh yeah, he definitely was. Like even though Broly was really strong, he was so strong that he knocked Gogeta into another dimension and then fought in that dimension, then back to Earth.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Like one thing that I really like too is for once I think this happened in Fusion Rebirth as well, but Gogeta doesn't dissolve because like it's too much power for like Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah,
he sticks around like the whole time, like even after the fight, which is crazy.
Yeah, even and don't forget, in GT's not canon, but even GT was like, oh well, since we're in Super Saiyan 4. It's 15 minutes. It's still pretty crazy when you think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, even Vegito, in the show, they were like, the fusion expired faster because of, Super Saiyan Blue. However, they're now saying in Shonen Jump that like Gogeta is actually the more stable version of fusion because like the Potara is meant for gods, and when a mortal uses it, it's like unstable.
Yeah.
Or
And
something
plus,
like that. But they're saying Gogeta is stronger now.
That's probably true now because look how crazy it is. We'll probably never get to see Gogeta ever again though, because you know how Goku and Vegeta are.
I mean, never say never.
Yeah, unless someone super powerful comes up with this new like antagonist that seems like he's stronger than Broly.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying
anyway,
anything.
I guess the whole thing is Broly is starting to get his ass kicked. The two people that found him, Sheila and the old man, decide to take the Dragon Balls and use them to wish Broly to the planet he grew up on before Gogeta kills him with like a super Big Bang Kamehameha or something. Or maybe it was a final Kamehameha.
I would say it's a Big Bang Kamehameha, just the way it was like spreading out a little bit.
Yeah. But they send him back to his planet. Those two Frieza soldiers now have to escape. And Frieza's about to shoot down their ship, but Gogeta shows up and he's like, nope, you ain't doing shit, Frieza. And Frieza's like, fine, whatever. Yeah.
What's funny though is Frieza's first reaction to fusion. It's like, oh yeah, you've been dead, Frieza. Just like to remind you.
I guess you've never seen us in this form before. Yeah. And Frieza's like, that's no fair.
Thank God he didn't look at the fusion technique, or else he would try to look for someone on his planet with similar power level like him and try to do it.
Yeah, well, like at the end of the movie, Frieza, like they add, like his soldiers are like, so like, do you want to go to like the planet Broly's on and like go get him? And Frieza's like, no, I'll let those two people like domesticate him, but then I'll come back for him because he says like he needs an ally to fight Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah.
And then
smart move on him, actually, believe it or not.
Yeah, and then the movie ends with Goku showing up on Broly's planet. Broly's friends are like, yo, what the heck are you doing here? You want to fight him? He's fought enough. He doesn't like to fight. And Goku's like, no, I just came here to talk and bring you guys some presents. And then like
good old Goku.
The last line of the movie is pretty cool because like Goku's like, you know, telling Broly like, hey man, you're like really strong and like I want to help like train you and come here to fight. And then like he's just
he also mentioned a thing saying that he's probably even stronger than Beerus. So he's pretty much their universe's Jiren in a weird way.
Yeah. Kind of. But you know, the last line where he's just like, they're like, Broly's two friends are like, hey, wait a minute, what's your name? And he's like, oh, I'm Goku, but Broly, you can call me Kakarot. And then he disappears. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, that just shows like Goku is like only pure-blooded Saiyans can embrace my name.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool, but oh man, movie's so good. I love it so much.
I think our ratings board, I'm just gonna say this on the ratings board. You know how Ebert Robert does like a thumbs up, thumbs down. If it's like in the middle, it'd be like something like this. I'm going to give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, best movie ever as the Mr. Sunday movie rating goes, where it's either worst movie ever, best movie ever, best movie ever.
Yeah. Like I said, I figured that'd probably be like the best way to like determine what's a movie, you know what I'm saying, it's mediocre or not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
you give it the corporate thumbs up.
Yep.
Corporate thumbs up.
Yep.
No, it's like where you have your thumb like it. Like that corporate thumbs up. I just give like
that movie was too amazing. Like that movie had so much like insane things that happened. Like the animation, like some of the CGI stuff, I would not be surprised with the Unreal Engine because they use that because it looks like Dragon Ball Z Fighter animation a little bit. I'm saying that's a compliment.
They definitely get better with the CGI in each movie. Like the first time they did it in Battle of Gods, it was kind of like, whoa, what was that? But then it was better in Revival of F. But now that's like kind of like there were some shots that were like kind of like, oh, whoa, wait, is this like regular animation or CGI? I guess you could still tell, but it looked way better.
Yep. The music was probably very incredible.
Yeah, the music for this movie is incredible. Like, yeah,
There's
it's
no way to
got like the
describe it.
most nuts music out of any Dragon Ball movie. It's got like chanting in the
Go,
music,
go,
like you just
go,
like it's
Cheetah.
so awesome. Yeah.
I could not help it. Like when I was like hearing that chanting for Gogeta, I was just like, "Am I hearing this right?" And then I
Oh,
looked at you.
it even says Broly too, like in like the
Yes,
chanting.
yes, I listened to that
It's
song a lot.
nuts.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
listened to that song a lot. Like when I heard that, I was like looking at you, and I was like, "Yeah, he can definitely hear it," because I could tell from all the smile you could hear it.
Yeah.
Like it's just insane.
From start to finish, that movie is so incredible. I can't wait for it to be on Blu-ray so I can just keep watching it.
Same here. Like I cannot wait to like watch it and then be like, and some people are like, "Oh, did you watch it yet?" No. What is wrong with you?
I'm gonna be that person where it's just like, how many times have you seen this movie? And it's just like I've seen it like 100 times. Like,
Yeah. Speaking of a movie, I need to see that Funimation done. I gotta watch My Hero Academia Two Heroes. That comes out in March on Blu-ray.
I'm curious about it. Like, I had a chance to probably go see it in the theaters, but I passed on it because I was busy with work stuff. But
Yeah.
I
Well,
definitely want to see that movie when it comes out too, like on
yeah.
home video. But
We'll
this
put that.
movie was amazing. I can't
Yeah.
wait for like
And
them to make more Dragon Ball stuff.
it knocked out. I think it knocked out a lot of records too. Like it's the highest rated Funimation movie in the United States. In the United States, it's also I definitely see it getting extensions happening because it's making so
It
much
was
money.
released in a super smart way because the way they released it was they released this movie on Wednesday because they were like, okay, like let's front load this release because we don't know if it will be able to compete with the new releases. Because in the first day, it made $7 million
Yep, and
on
became
a
number one
Wednesday.
actually. And became number one actually.
Yeah, but then they added more showings because initially we pre-ordered our tickets pretty early on,
A month in advance.
and yeah, and then all of a sudden when I checked, it was like, oh wow, they're showing this movie like 5 times now at the same theater. That's great.
Yeah.
And then they added another theater by us because originally it wasn't at like the Eatontown theater that because we went to a town called Freehold to see this, but then it was at another theater close by
And it
too. So that's why I was
yeah.
able to see it twice.
And it wasn't even at and believe it or not, it wasn't even at Tom's River for a while, which usually
Yeah,
does get those. But then they were like, "Hey, let's add it," and they only added one showing, which is 7 o'clock. But that's when they close anyway. Like
yeah,
that, it's an old people's theater. What do you
it
expect?
really is because Tom's River is an old people town.
Yeah.
You'll know what we're talking about if you live in New Jersey.
Yes. It's it's a magical place. Can't say that with a straight face.
It's the best state.
Yeah.
But anyway,
But yeah,
Dragon Ball Super Broly, amazing movie.
go see it.
See it in theaters if you can.
Yeah.
I might even see it a third time if they have more showings for this weekend. I might be like, yeah.
Well, believe it or not, I'm actually off this weekend. They gave me
Well,
another
we'll
week.
see.
We'll see if you like. I'm just letting you know. It's
But
just really funny. I
anyway,
keep getting these days off.
yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll start winding down the podcast with our ending segment of what you
We're
watch and what you playing. What you watching, what you
well,
playing, Kyle?
well. We already watched Broly, so we already went in depth. Well, I just finished Future Man season 1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
You were talking
that
about that last week a little bit.
yeah. Well, it's only 13 episodes, half an hour each. It's really funny. Like they finally solved the future problem, and it was just trust me, it's just really funny how they keep setting up, and it's just like, why do we keep getting ourselves back to the same spot except worse?
Yeah.
Like it's just so funny. It makes fun of time travel so much, and now this time they're literally in the future, and more timey-wimey stuff happens.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I just beat Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. I finally was like, okay, let's beat this, and I found a strategy to beat young Xehanort, I was like, finally.
I'm not gonna lie. I finished Dream Drop Distance, but I not my favorite Kingdom Hearts game. Honestly, it was kind of a chore to play towards the end. I was like, kind of like, this doesn't seem as like fun as it should be.
Yeah, I mean the free flow combat system was fun. I will admit to.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe it's because it's on like the 3DS that you kind of like maybe you want like a little bit more in the environments to take advantage of the combat, but it kind of just seemed a little boring at times. But I am looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 3, which is coming out next week.
I call it Kingdom Hearts. A lot of everything matters, convoluted plot.
Well, actually, we technically should say Kingdom Hearts 8.
Yeah,
because
that is true.
Everything like seems like it matters. So
yeah, it does. Even the mobile game, it matters. Like, there's some new things I found out about the mobile game. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah, like everything matters. Like, but it's gonna be fun. Like, I mean, one of my favorite movies from recent years is actually going to be on, and I gave somebody the middle finger when they said, oh, that movie it's not going to be in Kingdom Hearts. They already set it out. The select world's already. And I'm like, are you sure? It's like, yes, I am very sure.
What are the worlds for Kingdom Hearts 3? Do you know? Or
oh, I know them like at the back of my hand. I can tell you the first world right now, which was Big Hero 6. And which was, they were like, oh, well, that movie already came out. And I'm like, I think they already have all the movies done. And I'm like, I'm going to say definitely Frozen was going to be on there, which I was right about. And
yeah, they said Frozen and Tangled, right?
Yeah. And then as soon as that Big Hero 6 announcement, I gave my friend the middle finger and said, told you. Because they needed a Marvel property, and the only thing that was Marvel property that Disney actually made was that movie. So,
so it's Toy Story, right?
Toy Story, Monsters Incorporated.
Do they have a Lilo and Stitch one now? Or
oh no, they have that.
Was I dreaming that?
No, that's in Birth by Sleep.
Oh, right. I'm getting confused now. Yeah, I was like, there was a Lilo and Stitch level.
Pirates are returning the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Wow, really?
Yeah, we're gonna do Dead Man's Chest and Dead Man's Chest and no Dead Man Tells the third one, World's End. There we go.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So I think we're doing 5 worlds.
They're supposed to be like really big though, right?
Yeah, like it's apparently 5 worlds.
Well, I look forward to playing it next week, although by the time we record this, I probably will be like, I've watched the intro cutscene movie, which was 3.5 hours long.
I probably have mine. Mine's going to come in the mail. And
me too.
So either it's going to be UPS or USPS. I really don't know. I got it from Best Buy before I used my Gamer Club rewards because I got it before they destroyed it before they discontinued it. So I'm grandfathered in. So I want to use the rest of it before,
Yeah. So
smart on my part, and I have a $5 coupon.
Right. Cool. So I guess the things I've been watching and playing. Been watching Titans on DC Universe. Not finished with the show yet, but really liking it so far. It's really good.
Yeah. No, I love
I'm
Titans.
surprised how good it is. I was like,
you won't believe like some of the people that are saying this sucks, and I'm like, I have a feeling this is a misleading trailer. Some of it looks pretty cool, and everyone's like going like, oh well, this sucks. This isn't the Teen Titans. I'm like, have you read the comic book? They're like, no, but I'm an expert.
I mean, it is a pretty violent show, but it's pretty interesting. I really like it so far.
So once we done, I have all the worlds listed right here for Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I really like it. Maybe we'll talk more about it next week. I'm not done with it just yet. I'm kind of like halfway through it, but I'm really liking it so far.
I really like it. And you watched the Doom Patrol episode, right?
Yes. That was like kind of like the last one I left off on. So.
Yeah. That makes me happy that we're going to be we're going to be seeing a Doom Patrol spinoff. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. And as for what I've been playing, Haven't been really playing too much lately, honestly. Haven't had enough time. I'm almost done with beating the story mode for all the characters in Soul Calibur. I have 2 left to do, and then probably by the time I get done with that, Kingdom Hearts 3 will be out, so that'll probably be what most of my attention will be on.
Yeah, same
when
here.
that's out.
I've been playing a little bit of God of War, by the way. Like I got a little farther now, so
which God of War? Dad of Boy?
yes, boy.
It's so awesome. Like, man, like I recently just got done with that game.
You finally care
it's
about
really
Kratos.
good. I really like it. It's kind of like they took God of War and like turned it into Legend of Zelda, but it's pretty awesome.
Legend of Zelda mixed with The Last of Us.
I guess like with the storyline and stuff, definitely.
Yeah, and like not all the game mechanics. I mean like mechanics of Ellie, you know, the boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, there's it's a lot of puzzles and stuff, but really fun. I mean, a friend of ours went like deep into it. He beat all the Valkyries and stuff.
He pretty much game completionist it.
Yeah. He
Sorry,
did a deep
Gerard.
dive into it. Now my sister is actually playing it, so be interesting to see what she thinks of it.
Yeah. So
but anyway, what are the worlds in Kingdom Hearts?
We got San Fran Tokyo from Big Hero 6. That looks great. Frozen. We're gonna go. Oh yeah, and we're gonna start the game in Hercules World, because if you remember at the end of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep 0.2, Sora's like, oh, we're gonna train you, since you're now a full blade keymaster, we're gonna train you even further with an old friend of yours, Hercules. So Hercules is going to be the tutorial level, apparently.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which I think that's probably going to be an improvement, actually, since we are first 2 Kingdom Hearts game. Hey, I know you know how to play a game and everything, but we're going to let you play the game for 5 hours. 5-hour tutorial.
I mean, I don't know. Kingdom Hearts 2 is so misleading, because I was so excited when like I was like, oh, because like it was back in a time where like I didn't know any like news about game stuff, so like they're like, here's Kingdom Hearts 2, and I was like, all right, sweet, I love Kingdom Hearts 1, I'll get number 2. And then I'm like, oh, this is really cool, like you're like a new character in this game, and that's awesome. But then it's like, no, you're not a new character, you're Sora again. This new character doesn't matter.
Yeah,
he's literally a nobody.
But he'll be a somebody.
Yeah, it's so funny. This new character is literally a nobody.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
Metropolis, which is Monsters Incorporated. The Caribbeans, again, which is Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
I hate this level so much. It is so unnecessary. We have to return to the 100-Acre Woods again for a third time.
I like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, but still, do we need to see him come back for a third time? I get his his world is meant to be a break from the game, but it's sometimes like it's annoying, because it's like, oh, by the way, you need this item to get the ultimate weapon.
You have
Thanks,
no heart.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
You have no heart that you don't like the 100-Acre Wood.
I love Winnie the Pooh. It's just
I would rather have the 100-Acre Wood than another like Little Mermaid level.
Oh yeah, I agree on that one. Tangle and Toy Story. So that's about.
What about like Kingdom Hearts like exclusive like ones like Traverse Town or Hollow Bastion?
Well, I do know that I think
or Twilight Town.
Twilight Town's coming back, because you see them go back to that town. I think Radiant Garden is definitely coming back, but I do know where it all begins. It's gonna go back, because it's coming back. The town where the original Keybladers, where the Master of Masters lived, they actually showed Xehanort in that town. So we're definitely traveling there.
Yeah.
I actually watched like the prequel background story for that.
So what you're saying is it's like five or six Disney worlds, and then like maybe like 2 to maybe 3 Kingdom Hearts like exclusive worlds.
Yeah. You want to hear something really crazy about the Keyblade, the No Name that Xehanort wields?
What's that?
The Master of Masters the Master of Master, the one before the Apprentice, apparently it's a Keyblade that gets passed down to generation, and the Master of Masters actually made this Keyblade, and it actually has his eye in it at the very top.
Oh,
So
weird.
with that, no, it gets even crazy. It gets even more convoluted. So apparently they have this book called the Book of Prophecy. So everything in that book comes true because he gives his eye in the Keyblade. So he gives it to somebody who actually trains an apprentice, hands that over to his apprentice, and then his apprentice hands over to his apprentice all the way up to Xehanort's. Yeah, that's how he's able to see into the future.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you actually watch this back, it's called Kingdom Hearts back cover, which is on Kingdom Hearts 2.8. It is, trust me, you'll be like, what is going on here?
I have Kingdom Hearts 2.8.
Yeah,
I can't remember. I'm maybe I watched it. I don't remember.
Yeah, you should rewatch it because it definitely sets up Kingdom Hearts 3 a lot and explains a lot of things.
Right. Okay. But I guess, is that it for the podcast?
I guess it is. I mean, unless something out of nowhere hits us like
Oh, you wanna outro us?
Well, I guess I should. Well, if you enjoyed the podcast and everything, please subscribe to us, like, favorite. If you're watching this and that's not live streaming, please like and subscribe to us. Maybe review us on Yelp, and this should be the end of Mediaverse podcast news for your video game, movie, television shows, and anything pop culture. We are the center of your media consumption.
All right.
Yeah.